Route 66, the legendary highway stretching across America, has seen its fair share of stories. But among all the myths and urban legends, one tale stands out: the story of the silent passenger. A haunting mystery that has left truckers and late-night travelers questioning reality. It was a cold autumn night when Jake Reynolds, a long-haul truck driver, was making his way across Arizona on Route 66. He had been on the road for hours, and the highway was nearly empty. The dim glow of his dashboard lights was the only company he had as he sipped his stale coffee to stay awake. As he drove past an abandoned gas station, his headlights flickered for a brief moment. When they came back on, Jake felt an uneasy chill creep up his spine. The road ahead looked the same, yet something felt different. A few miles later, Jake spotted a figure on the side of the road, a woman in a long, pale dress, standing perfectly still. Her back was turned to him, and her dark hair fell over her shoulders. Thinking she might need help, Jake slowed down and pulled over. "Need a ride, ma'am?" he called out. The woman turned slowly, revealing an expressionless face. Her skin was pale, almost too pale, and her eyes were dark hollows. Without saying a word, she stepped toward the truck and climbed in. Jake hesitated. Something about her silence was unsettling, but he had seen plenty of weary travelers before, and he figured she was just exhausted. "Where are you headed?" he asked. She didn't respond. She simply stared ahead, her hands folded neatly in her lap. The truck rumbled down the empty highway. The only sound was the steady hum of the engine. Every now and then, Jake stole a glance at the woman, but she remained still, her expression never changing. After a few miles, he tried again. "You okay?" No answer. Then, out of the corner of his eye, he saw it, her reflection in the window. But it wasn't normal. While she sat motionless in the seat beside him, her reflection was moving, turning to look at him with an unnatural, twisted grin. His blood turned to ice. He slammed the brakes. The truck screeched to a stop in the middle of the highway. Breathing heavily, Jake turned to face her, but she was gone. The seat was empty. Jake jumped out of the truck, his flashlight scanning the empty road. Nothing. No footprints. No sign of anyone. It was as if she had never been there. Heart pounding, he climbed back into his truck, trying to convince himself he had imagined it. But when he looked at the passenger seat again, his breath caught in his throat. A single old-fashioned locket lay there. Slowly, he picked it up and opened it. Inside was a faded picture of a woman, the same woman he had just picked up. And beneath the photo was an inscription: Mary Thompson, died 1956. Jake's hands trembled. He floored the gas pedal, speeding away, not daring to look in the mirror. But just as he thought he was safe, a whisper floated through the truck's cabin. "Thank you for the ride." To this day, travelers along Route 66 report seeing a woman in a pale dress on the side of the road, always at the same spot. Some stop, others don't. But those who do never forget the silent passenger.